Alright, so today's August 16th. I had a few trades today that I want to go over. The first trade I had was on EENF. So, EENF, former runner, it gapped up. It usually has a lot of volume and liquidity. So when it gapped up and it was dipping in the morning, I tried to dip buy it, but as you see it failed. I was out very quickly, but I lost about 300 bucks on that play. When I lose on something like this, I usually just move on. So that's exactly what I did, and I moved on to BZWR. This was a multi-day breakout over 27, and it gapped up today. So when a multi-day breakout gaps up, you could expect a morning panic the next day. Now, I was under the impression that if it held red to green, maybe like a morning panic, green to red, but it did end up going red. But then it actually held up, came back green, broke through the highs and had a little morning spike. So I bought some at 32 on the spike, scalped out some at 35, rebought some on the dip, and I scalped it really quickly. The reason I'm just scalping and going in and out is number one, this is a lower liquidity play where the spread's wider, it could move a lot faster, so I'm taking my gains while they're there. And number two, we are not in a hot market, especially for OTC multi-day breakout. So I'm taking what I could get. If I could get a good 5-10% within minutes, I'm taking it every time. I'm just taking advantage of that volatility. Now, if it was more liquid, I would be probably a little more aggressive with it. So now we have DPLS. DPLS, big runner that bottomed well and had a nice bounce. On Friday, it had a nice panic, so I expected a panic again. I played it on this dip. Usually the first bounce fails, so I scalped out, and then I didn't get this fill here, so I played the next one. It had a little bit of a bounce, but right here when it had this hard stuff, I sold out because it was just looking really weak, and it was pretty close to VWAP. These things usually bounce to VWAP, if not a little over, so I was thinking maybe it's going to head lower. So it did end up cracking the lows. I got some fill in this candle, and then I added at 11 when it made the higher low. Made this low here, then the higher low, and when the selling volume dried up too. I didn't get a lot of shares, only like 65,000 shares, but then I sold it right into here. I missed the big spike through to 12, which stinks, but I just took a single on this now. Maybe it panics more tomorrow because I had a weak close, so I'll be watching for that. Let's see, my next play was on NSAV, and basically I just bought this panic right here at 0.028. I scalped out right when it got back to the red to green line at 0.0293. Just a very quick trade there. And then I traded ILUS. I tried to scalp it in the morning, but I didn't get a fill. And then I bought it in here, 30,000 shares, thinking that maybe we hold up here and we break to new highs. But we stuffed, so I cut it right here into the next bounce at 0.0715. Very small loss of 40 bucks there. And the best trade for me that I'm still holding is HPIL. I've been watching this one for a while because it was a former runner that ran from 0.003 over a penny. Now we're setting higher lows on the daily, getting some increased volume and really starting to spike. So I was watching it this morning, and after it consolidated, and started to perk in here with volume, I tried to get a fill at 0.0092, but I missed it, so I chased up a little bit to 0.0094, 300,000 shares. I let it spike. To me, right here, this big spike on volume, big push over a penny, proved that it could really keep going and showed me that it has the potential. So on the next dip here, 0.0097, I added 200,000 shares, currently sitting from about a 0.0095 average, 500,000 shares overnight. What I'm looking for here is a morning gap up that holds green to red, so that holds the close today. That could potentially morning spike and go higher. And if we hold green to red or the close tomorrow at the open, I'll be looking to add because it's still not a true breakout yet. If it could get over basically 0.012, it's a true breakout. But we'll see how it acts tomorrow. If it goes red, I'll cut it. I'll still be out for a profit, and it'll be a good trade. And for tomorrow, yes, this is one of my watches. If it holds, I'll add. PBYA, another low price OTC that if we gap, hold green red, I will buy to see if we can morning spike over this breakout level. DPLS, maybe it panics a little more, has a first green day, I'll be watching this one. NSAV, I'll be looking for more panic, and GVSI is another potential OTC multi-day breakout for tomorrow that I'll be watching. But really, HPIL, PBYA will probably be the main two I'm focusing on in the morning, just due to that they have the most volume. So that's it. A few trades today. Overall, 598 bucks. Good small day in a slow market, and I hope tomorrow's even better.